stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
All right, so you wanted to come on because they're talking about these riots that are going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's friggin' ridiculous, and I have the solution. Everybody wins. Gavin Newsom wins. Donald Trump wins. The people of California win. We win. And that's, look, before or earlier in the week, Trump told Newsom he was going to cut off federal funding. Newsom came back and said, well, we're not going to give you our federal income taxes from our citizens. And it's like, well, at that point, you might as well secede.
Yeah.
We'll extend the border wall up the California-Nevada border. And heck, if Washington and Oregon want to get in on it too, we can extend it all the way up to Canada. But before we do that, we fly all the rest of the Biden illegals over into California. That way Gavin can have a strong voting base and just wall it up.
He won't need a voting base if he secedes. He can run it any way he wants.
Exactly. It's be the communist state of California.
Well, it's already been
communist
that.
country of California.
Right. I mean, dude, what are they? First, I am clueless, and I'm not going to lie. They're rioting over what? Deportations?
Deporting illegal
Criminals.
invaders. Criminals, people that want to, well, they're all criminals. They all fall under criminals because they're not supposed to be here. But, you know, everybody from the poor family that wants a better life to the MS-13 gang members. And what these people, these idiots forget is that for years, we've had a legal path to citizenship. Now, it's not easy and it's not supposed to be easy.
Right.
We don't want just any moron off the streets coming to the United States. We want people that can contribute. And if you or me, if we go to any other country to file for citizenship, we have to prove our worthiness and go through their rigorous process to become a citizen there.
Right.
So why is America any different?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell people. I mean, if you go to Canada, you still have to follow their rules to go live in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just walk in and go sit down and buy a place and enjoy life, dude. That's a way that it works anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people expect it to be different here. And, you know, I've been watching a lot of these riots, and they've been talking about bricks like the one behind you that have been shipped in, and people are just going picking them off the pallets.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's Soros again.
Yeah.
He did that back in May of 2020. He's doing it again, and half those people that you see in the crowd, maybe more than half, they're paid by Soros to be there.
Right.
They have the same uniforms, the same helmets on, the same signs, and the same bricks.
Mm-hmm.
This might be breaking news. Did you see Trump just said something about the LA riots?
No. What did he say?
Well, let's bring it up.
All right.
Share this.
My fellow Americans, it is with overwhelming enthusiasm that I am declaring that anyone who protests or interferes with ICE and their operations is officially gay, big time. With that being said, go ahead and call your dads, tell them about your alternative lifestyle as a gay communist, and then who knows, maybe eat a lollipop. I don't know what flamers do with their time, but I'd imagine it's something along those lines. Maybe decorate a bathroom, who knows? In either case, this is who you are now, and everybody knows that cat's out of the bag. Cat is out of the bag. My fellow Americans.
There you go.
I freaking love AI sometimes.
The sad part is there's people out there that will believe that shit, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's definitely not wrong.
He may not have said it, but he's not
He
wrong.
may not have been filmed saying it, but I'm sure he's thinking it.
I don't know, man. I'm taking a beating on that front all day long, too.
Oh,
All I do is keep posting shit online on every fucking news site's Facebook page about the parade, and everybody hates you now. Apparently, I'm the biggest homophobe in Cleveland.
Oh, you posted about the Pride Parade.
Yeah,
Did they have one, or are they having?
they did. No, they had one over the weekend.
You know, those people they don't understand the meaning of homophobe.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. I keep hearing that too. Oh, you're a homophobe. Well, guess what? I used to be one of the biggest allies of the gay and lesbian community. I almost got fired from the Fish because I DJ'd a Pride event 15 years ago, before the whole LGBTQ mafia went off the freaking rails.
Right.
Now screw them.
I ran a mechanical. I actually ran a mechanical bull at a Pride event in Lakewood, dude. For one of their events way back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like one of those big,
That
huge.
poor fool.
Yeah, well, it was one of those mechanical things. It was great, dude. It was really fun. And actually, it was a good time. I have no problem with who you want to have sex with.
Yeah.
Shit, my throat is sore because of John Drake's cock in my mouth. But I do have a problem with parades and grooming children and that kind of thing. It's enough. Enough is enough.
Right. And it seems like, well, the big problem is groupthink. I mean, whether it's the white liberal, the liberal white knights, or the LGBTQ mafia, it's all groupthink. So if you are gay or lesbian, if you fit into one of the letters of their alphabet, you have to be on board with the grooming and the whole trans thing. And if you're not, you might as well be white, straight, and conservative, because you're a hater, you're a homophobe, even if you are gay.
Yeah. I don't get it a little bit. And then you asked the question, like, so when exactly is the straight day? And this girl goes, every day is straight day. I said, well, I missed the parade. Can you direct me to the route? I mean, I don't know where that is. I mean, I've never seen one.
John Drake says that, by the way, a gay pride parade is not grooming children. He hates that statement. I tell you what, John, if the video footage I saw in Cleveland represented everything that went on there, and maybe it did, because I didn't go this year. I haven't gone in about 20 years. Then no, the Cleveland parade was not grooming children. But there are plenty of pride parades where there's, dudes in leather walking into a dude in a dog mask and leather and a leather, what do you call that, athletic supporter, down the street, and, all kinds of freaky stuff going on.
And I hate to tell you, John, but yes, there were drag queens there. They were handing out stuff to children. I mean, yes, there is grooming going on. Well, you have parents who take their kids to show an alternative lifestyle that, quite frankly, is wrong. Sorry if you don't like it. It's not the way God intended it to be.
I got to tell you, back when I used to go to Cleveland Pride, I don't recall seeing
Those kids look like they're being groomed.
Yes.
Before I went to Pride several times before the LGBTQ mafia went off the rails. And back in the day, I don't recall seeing children. And in fact, for a couple of years there when we went, we had my daughter was very young. I wouldn't have dreamed of taking her there. I was there to support my gay and lesbian friends. I would not dream of taking my child there for the fact that there could have been drag shows with dudes with their fake boobs hanging out and all that nonsense.
Again, I don't care who you have sex with. That's not the point. The point, look, there's children there that are being groomed. It is, look, even if you want to go with science, there's a penis and a vagina for a reason. They fit together for a reason.
And John,
like it. That's the way it is, though. I have gay friends and I love them, but I don't agree with the lifestyle.
And John is right that if it was a school assembly where children were required to attend Portland, that would be grooming, yes. But also, your child can't go to a strip club, can't just walk into a strip club because the strip clubs enforce an 18 and over policy. These pride events should be enforcing an 18 and over policy as well.
Yes.
Well, here's always my problem with any of this stuff, and I could care less. You could fuck a toaster. That's fine with me. I don't really care. My thing is, if you can't talk about what they're celebrating, then you shouldn't be out there celebrating it in public. The real truth to this is these women want to eat pussy. These guys want to fuck other dudes. Let's talk about it. You want to have a pride parade? You want to get everybody involved? Let's talk about it. Tell me what's good about another man's asshole. Tell me why scissor licking is good, ladies. If you can't do that, then don't have your kids in that fucking wagon that was just on the screen.
Okay, again,
because that is what you're celebrating.
What's the point? I mean, why do I care who you're having sex with? Why does anybody care? That's all it's about.
Well, it's narcissism. It's pure and simple. It's narcissism. Back in the day, these people, had to hide because for fear of getting their asses kicked or getting assaulted by by the police. And now that it's become a trend rather than a lifestyle, everybody wants in. And if you are gay or trans or whatever, you are brave. You're a hero.
Well, and the whole thing, and again, this goes back to the whole policy. The whole policy that they want is for you to clamor about how brave they are, how bold they are. They don't, the claim is acceptance. They claim wanting acceptance, but they don't want acceptance. They want dominance.
Yeah.
They want you to be gay. They don't want, I accept it. These people in that video that I was showing a minute ago, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. But don't expect me to come up to you and say, you know what? You are so brave. Because I really don't care. Guys fucking guys to me is no different than guys fucking fat chicks. It's still either embarrassing or it's not.
Right.
And
period.
I can accept your lifestyle and not have to like it.
Yeah.
And there's no need to force feed it down everybody's throat. No pun intended. I mean, there's just all right. Hey, there is some real breaking news. This may be very controversial coming up here.
All right.
Trump has released 500 Marines to deploy to Los Angeles.
I don't like that.
And so actually,
he was going to do that last night, so he hasn't done it yet.
He did now. Putting 500 active
duty troops.
Active duty troops.
Yeah, I'm not for
Nice. It's over.
I'm not for that.
No.
No.
Oh, why not?
Because that's not what active duty service members are for. You're not supposed to deploy active duty service members in the country. That's what the National Guard is for.
Yeah.
That's why they're the National Guard.
Why
versus the international military? Nah, I'm not for that at all.
I fell asleep watching the riots about 10 o'clock last night. So I didn't really see when the National Guard moved in. So what did they do? Nothing or what?
They basically surrounded everything. I mean, I couldn't sleep last night at all because I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I kept tossing and turning. So I had on I had on Amazon Prime, and you can get like news channels from all across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually watching live footage from like the LA news station. And the National Guard just kind of moved in, surrounded a whole bunch of areas, and they were getting shit tossed at them, rocks and bottles filled with concrete. And I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it was
I'm going
crazy.
to get for this, but they should have gone Kent State style.
They should. I'm with you on that, Greg. They should absolutely lay a few of these fuckers dead and see how many more want to keep coming.
Yep.
Because this isn't peaceful protesting. This is absolute riotous behavior. It's absolutely terrorist behavior. It's terroristic. So if you're going to act like a terrorist, you should catch a bullet to the brain. Sorry.
Yep.
If you're throwing bottles full of concrete or something, put a bullet in their head and move on. Let the coroner scrape them up.
I fully expect if I were ever to be aggressive towards a cop, that's trying to arrest me or subdue me, I fully expect to get a bullet to the head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it should be any different if you're not white, not straight, or protesting.
Protesting is making a lot of noise, chanting, standing outside, that's protesting.
Yeah.
This ain't protesting. Throwing bricks off of bridges is not protesting.
They were picking up those little scooters like around Cleveland and stuff.
Yeah.
That people ride around. They were throwing them off of bridges on top of cars.
Jeez. I saw the Waymos they set on fire. And I think those are electric. They've got those lithium batteries, so you can't put those out very easily.
But yeah, Trump has now released 500 active duty Marines to deploy to LA.
And what kills me is just the amount of liberal Democrats online, people saying, oh, Trump is so bad for bringing in the National Guard. It's such a terrible thing. And no, it's not. This protest shouldn't happen in the first place. Americans should be happy that Trump is getting these illegal invaders the hell out of the country.
Wait a second. These guys wanted to come here from Mexico to the U.S., right? Because we're a better country to live in.
Well, not even from Mexico.
They were burning American flags.
Yep. And then flying their own flags. Yeah.
Again, they don't want you to just accept. They want you to conform.
Well, and that's what the left is all about. I mean, that's how you tie it all in together. Whether it's a pride parade or the immigration or whatever it is, you can't dislike what they like. They don't assimilate to our country. They want to take it over.
Mm-hmm. According to Scooby, it's not the first time the Marines have been deployed to Los Angeles. Back in '92, 1,000 Marines were deployed supposedly to the Rodney King riots.
How'd that work out?
How'd that go for you?
Sure, Reginald Denny might have something to say. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
If he can talk out the half of his face that still works. Jesus, that dude took a beating with a brick.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But that's the same as this. How is it different?
Yeah.
Look, here's the cops getting pelted with bricks. And these are obviously not local cops. These are what is this, Mexico or something? Policia. But same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out when it was. I mean, if there was other times where.
A friend of mine posted something today that really concerns me. He's a liberal, but I kind of agree with him on this one. He says that countries that are in chaos, that have internal chaos, are the ones that end up getting invaded by other countries.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no strong will to fight back.
Well, we had a guy on this morning talking about that. You know Tom Z, Greg?
No,
You ever
I
heard of
don't.
him?
No.
He was saying that this is the first step towards a civil war. And then if that happens, then you have 30,000 illegal Chinese that are already here, men of fighting age, that could absolutely start something serious.
You got 10 million illegals from all over the place that are already here.
Yeah, you got Russians, you got MS-13, everybody.
Stay armed, my friends.
This
Stay
could
armed.
honestly be the first step towards a civil war, though.
Could be.
When we're turning our own troops on our own citizens, that's a problem.
Well, Trump's wrong for that one. I don't care what anybody says. You do not deploy the active duty military on cities. That's even written into the bylaws of it. Is that our Army, Air Force, Marines, that is for other defense against other countries, not internal.
Well, I mean, in his defense, though, this is a war against illegals coming from Mexico.
Well, I think every single enemy country is looking for an opportunity to invade or do harm externally to us. So yeah, we do need our Marines, all of our military, on guard for that, and let the National Guard handle it.
Yeah, I mean, how Trump's deployed? What did you say? He deployed 500?
500, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be comfortable if those 500 are flying drones and throwing bombs?
Yeah,
throwing torpedoes, throwing
at the rioters?
Yeah, well, but it still would be in Los Angeles. Look, as much as we're all joking that we'd like to see all these fuckwads dead,
yeah.
Let's be honest. Do you really want to see a drone fly over Los Angeles and start dropping bombs over there in Paramount, California, or over the Sunset Strip or whatever?
Cody
Is that really what we want?
Cody says the oath does say enemies foreign and domestic.
I mean,
I understand.
At some point, if we can't round them up and get them off the street, we're going to have to take drastic measures.
Well, I guess my guns are going to get another good cleaning this week.
John says CNN is now reporting that 700 that have been deployed. I'm only seeing 5 everywhere. I don't know. It's gonna be some crazy times, man.
It is a mess. That is for sure.
You know what though? It makes for entertaining TV at night. You turn on Fox or something, man. It's really entertaining. Grab some popcorn, sit back and relax. We live 3,000 miles away, so it ain't gonna hurt us
for now. This weekend is the big one, isn't it? Didn't I see that they're calling for this on the 14th?
Oh, isn't it Trump's birthday? And they're calling
the Army
protests nationwide.
Yeah, there's an army. It's the Army's 250th birthday.
Yes, the so-called waste of money.
And so now there's the No King riots that are going to be happening all across the country.
Yes. So I'm sure George Soros and his son are going to pay for pallets of bricks to be dropped off in every city, and then all these Gen Z losers who have no life are going to get paid to show up and throw bricks.
Well, could somebody on this side of it be kind and throw a couple boxes of 44 into my mailbox or something so that I can be ready?
I could use some 9mm.
I could use that too. I could even use some 22s for one of my other ones. That'll leave a good welt.
Yeah, well.
That's about it with a 22. But
I was supposed we could take a quick break. Could we?
Sure, why not?
I got to run to the restroom and throw something up real quick.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm not like that kind of sick. I'm just saying, like, I got to cough something up.
All right, well, hey, you guys done with me?
Oh, you can stick around.
All right, I'll hang out.
Play a commercial.
Okay.
And then if I'm not back, you guys talk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it?
Yep.
You hit it?
You want me to hit it?
Please.
All right. We'll be back in a minute. It is the Seth Williams Show.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.